Here's a bigger statue from the trunk full of jade. I don't know what it is, except for it sure looks old to me. It feels heavy, feels like hematite. That's what it feels like. It's what it looks like too. Looks like a big old hematite statue of some kind. Okay. Here's another one. Same story. Almost certainly hematite. Maybe a very, very dense basalt. What kind of face is that? I don't know. Is that an alien? Is that a demon? What is that thing? I don't know. It's got a hole down there and 2 holes over there. 2 holes up there too. Biconically drilled all day too. All of them are. Okay, now I'm really losing my light. I wish I'm just going to give you teasers on these, then I'll shoot them later. I think this might be a large thing carved out of crystal. Either that or it's glass. But if it's glass, I've taken it over to my architectural art class buddy whose grandfather worked at Tiffany's, and he took over the glass architectural art glass, which translates to stained glass really, but they don't stain it anymore, so they call it art glass. But it's the colored glass you see in church windows and all that. And he knows more about it. He's got more glass samples than anybody else in Southern California, because he does all the big churches in Southern California, and he names his own price, kind of a thing. But anyway, it stumped him. He said he had no idea what kind of material it was. He said it's way too heavy to be glass. But then again, who knows? I've got a couple of more really nice ones, but they weren't in the box, so I guess maybe I've got them stuffed around my house somewhere. Here's another one. I don't know. This isn't as heavy as any of the other things are, so maybe it's like an acrylic or glass or something. I don't know. It's kind of cool, though. You can see right through it. See my fingers back there? Okay, now, here's a couple other things that were kind of cool. Great, big old kind of ceremonial knifey thing out of brown jade. Or brown agate, I don't know. But I mean, it sure looks old and eroded and pitty looking to me, and then shined up again. That's the way this stuff looks to me. It looks like it was dug up, toted around for a while, and somebody in some museum or something like that tried to shine it up a bunch. Shined it up and sold it, or sat in a jade shop in the Orient for a while and they shined it up and sold it. Here's a trippy thing. It's like I don't know what it is. It's a foot long or so, and it's made out of brown agate, very dense, heavy thing. Got a elephant's head up there. At least I think, it's got to be an elephant, right? That can't be anything else. Although, what the heck is that? What the heck is that up there on his head? I mean, elephants don't have ears like that. Nothing. Is that? It's not look like legs. Is that? Oh, they did that to make it look like a man a man sitting down from this angle. I never realized that. It's like those are like legs sitting down, bent legs. But I have a lot of things like that whichever angle you turn, and that's kind of a face back there. Is it or isn't it? I don't know if that's like that insect face back there. There's a lot of things like that no matter whichever way you turn them, they're a different thing. Oh, that's got to be an elephant on the side there. What? Big thing. Big thing. Okay, that's it for now. I'll keep, if anybody, okay, now listen, here's the deal. I've got a whole bunch of other stuff in my year hiatus off of YouTube that I could post. So I've got like I got tons more paleos, mostly things I've swapped from the guys who found them. They're legit. And then I got a whole bunch of like gladiator era Roman coins, a bunch of uncleaned Roman coins that I was kind of thinking about doing some projects and some giveaways with, and we could all play with, trying to figure out ways to get them clean, because they got so much crust on them that you can barely see what the faces or characters or stuff that's on them is. Anyway, I've got a bunch of stuff like that. I forgot what the other things I was going to talk about. I've got no memory. Anyway, thanks a lot, Tubes. Have a good one. Well, I decided I'd try and keep going here for a little bit. Here's another pretty nice Jade statue. It's funny. It's got to be like a dog maybe on the back end with a human face on the front, or little letters on the bottom. If anybody can figure out what in the heck those are, I don't know who knows what direction they go in, but I'll shoot at each of the 4 ways in case you want to freeze it there and try and match it up for symbols with something. But that's kind of cool. Got a great big biconically drilled hole down there. I have a feeling that was so that you could strap these on. Strap it down to something. Who knows what. It's not machine made, that's for damn sure. This is work completely done by hand. Museum quality, really. I'm pretty confident you could get that in a museum all day if you wanted to give it to them. Okay, now this one here, I don't know about. I'm pretty sure it's glass because I can see bubbles inside there. There's no stone that has bubbles inside there as far as I know. So it's got to be glass. Now, and then I thought, well, that means it's just modern. And what it is a kneeling, actually reclining fertility symbol, fertility figure. And kind of anatomically correct. And but it also kneels. Got little grooves for her hair. And little holes through her elbows that look like they've been ground. So, but now, as I started to say, I thought, oh, okay, now this thing here is just some kind of modern art that somebody made. Then I took it over to some modern art glass guys, and they said, absolutely not. There is no method of doing glass that works like this. It completely baffled them. They said, we don't know how that was made or what it's made of or anything. We do not know. They said it is not by any commonly known type of glass manufacturer. Maybe some really old process. And I said, oh, so then I got to checking and thinking, well, like, how old is glass? It turns out they have been making some types of the stuff they call crystal, which is a mixture of lead in with glass. I believe it's lead, might be nickel, might be iron, I don't know. Some metal that's added to the glass mix in really low volume that really increases the density of the glass and the strength of the glass, and also just the nature of the glass. It makes it so that it dings, you know, I mean, that's what fine crystal glassware is glass with, you know, metal added to it. Anyway, if anyone's got any thoughts or whatever, I'm sure open to hearing it. Thanks, guys.